My homie George, rest in peace. He's actually one of the reasons why this whole thing started. One time, bro, me and him, we had a bet. Every time we went to the mall, we couldn't leave without a pair of shoes. That was a bet. It was the worst bet ever. I spent a lot of money on some dumbass shoes. One day, he was gonna lose the bet because they didn't have anything that, you know how shoes come out seasonal? We was updated. We went up there and there was a pair of shoes that he kept looking, but he couldn't get them because they had blue on.
He's a blood?
Yeah, and I was like, "You're not gonna get him, bro?" And he's like, and I was like, "Bro, when you gonna grow up?" And he sat there and he looked at the shoe.
There's the message.
And he was like, bet.
Because he really wanted it, didn't he?
He didn't want to lose the bet.
It was a nice pair of shoes,
but
though.
he got the message, though.
Yeah.
That's what I respected about George the most, is that anybody could have took that offensive, you know what I'm saying? But bro decided to look at that like, this is really holding me back.
I make life lessons for me. I had a big thing with shoes or whatever, but there was this Martin episode that I seen when I was a kid where he had gave this kid his brand new pair of Jordan 12s because he was homeless or whatever. Brand new. Martin didn't play about his Jordans. I don't know if y'all know what Martin's sitcom is, but he seen that kid was in need and he took those shoes off and gave it to him. And I always said my whole life, like, man, when I get a little money or when I get in a place enough where I have a lot of pair of shoes or whatever, I'm gonna do that for somebody. So it was one year, I wanna give away some shoes for Christmas or whatever. So I had some brand new Jordans and some brand new LeBrons or something. I told somebody at work I'm gonna get those away. Then I happened to throw on this sermon, right? Pastor Mike Todd, I don't know if y'all heard of him in Oklahoma Transformation Church. He was speaking, but then he took off his pair of shoes, some off-whites, and was like, you know what? I'm gonna get these to somebody. Yeah, he's like big into fashion or whatever, and it's hard for him to get rid of his shoes. And just like me, I'd rather buy you your own pair than give you some that were already mine because I'm attached to these. So I told my wife, dang, that message was strong. I'm gonna give away all my shoes. He gave away one, but I felt like God was telling me, give all your shoes away. And I loved all my shoes. My wife had bought me some that I just loved forever. All my shoes were in great condition. So I get home, I'm like, I told my wife, listen, all these shoes, give them away. Like, just put them on Facebook and ask anybody if they need some shoes or just want some shoes or whatever. Just give them away. But please let them be gone by the time I wake up. I wanted my shoes.
Right.
But I felt like God was pushing me to give them away. I gave everything away except for my Chucks. So I'm like, nobody want these. I had this other pair of shoes that my wife bought me that had sentimental value to me, some Air Maxes. She bought me those. I love these. I love them because she bought me these. When somebody buys me something, I just love them. I said, give every pair away except for those. I go upstairs, I lay down. I felt God saying, no, you give those away too. And I told her, so here, God told me I gotta get these away too. But please let her be. She said, man, she put all them shoes on there. Them things was gone in like 3 minutes. And
she didn't feel some type of way about those?
No, she didn't feel no type of way. She understood. And
she's a godly woman too, right?
I said, I don't care if you give them to multiple people or just one person. I don't want this to sound like a dictatorship or anything. I don't just tell my wife what to do. I asked her to give them to one of her people had hit her or followers or whatever. And it's like, hey, I have a child in my family and I was just talking to them about why you go to school with those shoes like that or whatever, or wear your shoes. Well, my family can't afford them, da-da-da. And she was like, yo, this is right on time. I needed that. Giving away those shoes was helped me to be okay with detaching with something I feel is of value or I've had for a long time. So the metaphor on life for that to me is, I don't care how long we've been friends. If you're not supposed to be in my life right now, or quote unquote friends, you know what I'm saying? Or because sometimes we hold on to people, we call people best friends because we started off as like best friends, but you go through the years and be like, we really don't even connect like that no more. I really wasn't wearing those shoes like that. You just taking up space. You're just here for no reason. So if I feel like God is calling me to move on from you, I'm going to move on from you. And it's always been hard for me to depart from people and things in my life. Getting rid of those shoes that I love so much helped me be able to get rid of people that I felt like, not get rid of, but just move away from, because I'm not the type of be like, I'm done with you for life. I'm done with that version of you.
You learn how to let go.